Watch those ads. Watch those ads. No, I think it is $49.99. Yeah. Alright, let's get going. Yep. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Midheaven Podcast Live. It's your girl, C.
And your boy, TPD.
Are you my hype man? I like that. You can hype me more often.
Yep.
Thanks for waiting, guys. We're just extra today. We have all kinds of, we were moving rooms and we had to move rooms to film in one place and then move back in here. In between episodes, we wanted to pop on here and do a live to say what's up, to talk to everybody in the chat, and obviously do readings for y'all this evening, especially those of you guys who are subscribers. You guys are the real MVPs. We appreciate you. Those of you guys who are in the top tier, if you subscribe to our channel, you're going to support the channel. We're going to give you shout outs, and you're also going to get one free or included 3-card spread per month. Kind of a cool deal. So check out the links below. Check out our community page also for all kinds of ideas about videos. Leave us likes, comments, shares, subscribes. We appreciate you. You guys make it possible. Obviously, any of the donations that we receive tonight, it's literally going towards us continuing this podcast, being able to bring you guys lots of fun episodes beyond just the ones that we do weekly for our forecast for the month, or we've been teaching astrology. We just got done doing a whole video that's all on magic candles.
Super magical episode.
I taught Mike how to do some white woman witchcraft. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks. You guys will see that.
It was an arts and crafts class. It was amazing.
It was definitely a very arts and crafts vibe. It was definitely a very arts and craft vibe. Let me give a shout out to our level 3 subscribers. Those of you guys who are on the roll call, if you are here, let us know. You're going to get your monthly reading. Otherwise, check back with us. We will be doing another one later this month. Level 3 subscribers who support the channel: Kelsey J, Paula Ponderosa, Kayla Ann, Misha, Jessica Martinez. Thank all of you guys so very much for supporting the Midheaven Podcast. Those subscriptions help us get other angles for our cameras. If you guys have seen those recently, now we've got the above head shot. And it also makes it possible for us to, bring you guys all kinds of new content. We got candle products with the most recent one, all kinds of stuff to do magical things. But also you support the beer fund and the pizza fund, because obviously we like to eat and drink up in these bits, don't we, Mike?
Yes, we do.
So any of our VIP subscribers, are you guys here so we can just check in with you? We also need to chat with Jamika Smith and Jacqueline Ryan. So are you guys here? Let us know.
If not, we can still do a general reading for you, and you can check this video.
Yeah, definitely, at the very least for those two. Sorry, guys, we apologize. We must have had a glitch with the PayPal, so we didn't see it. But thank you guys for still supporting. We still want to give you your reading. Jamika's going to get a 1-card reading, and Jacqueline Ryan. So just check in. Let us know if you're here. If you're just tuning in and you're watching us, Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. We film this in between our podcast, and you can check out the super chat. We also have a PayPal link above. If you make a purchase for a 1 or 3 card reading, please let us know, and we will get you your reading.
Jackie is here.
Hey, Jackie.
What's up?
All right. So.
Thank you. It's a vibe.
And is Jamika
It's a vibe.
here?
Yeah.
That's Jamika?
Is Jamika here? What's up? You know that one.
Of course. Okay, I'll take Jackie. Jackie, what's your question? You got a 3-card reading, girl. Thank you for being so generous with your donation. We love ya. We love ya. Oh, shit.
Yeah, a little archetypal connection going on here. Got the Hermit Magician and the Diva High Priestess, the Empress. That's what's up.
So let us know what your question is. Nice to see you, Sam. Hi, Kirsten. Mags, Kobe.
Got the heavy hitters.
I know. All the OGs are here. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
It's hump day up in these parts, but we're still having fun. We're doing our due diligence to be degenerates midweek. We're here with you guys, and we're drinking.
I've been drinking.
Oh, I love me some Beyonce. Whatever spirit wants me to hear. I like that. Well, 2 cards jumped out, so I'm going to give you those cards, and then I'm going to pick a 3rd.
Looks like marriage.
What is going on there for like love relationships? I will still take, I accept that. There is something coming through though, because I saw these 2 cards. I know it was for 3, but you hooked us up with 50. Thank you. So here's a 4th card. Hi, Majors. The Hierophant, the Lovers, the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Something about this makes me feel like there is a huge shift in your perspective or what you're wanting to project out into the world. Hierophant can be seen as commitment, long-term commitment, making strides towards big changes in who you are out in the world. Consulting and getting some advice. This can be like a priest, a doctor, a therapist. It can even be getting a reading. And it's really talking about moving in the direction of union. The Lovers is like that duality. So this can be a person who's coming in that can have some Gemini vibes. They can also be an air sign in general. Can be somebody that you've been dealing with recently, like the last month or 2. But generally, this is talking about making serious decisions about how you communicate and express love or vulnerability and partnership. There's something happening here. So I wonder what's going on with your love life. For that to be happening, and then for the Ace of Cups to kind of like pop on in there and be like, hey, definitely is new opportunities for relationships, marriage, commitment, and how you feel about some kind of a union. So I'm wondering like what the deal with this is. Like, have you connected with somebody? Have you met somebody? When you're working with the Ace of Cups, I would say give it about a month. To me, it seems like it's going to be about that long. Worst case scenario, this is somebody who's interested in you. But this can be somebody who's maybe, I mean, what's your interpretation? A little bit more serious?
An expert in their field, objective, detached. It could even represent that approach to this love union instead of being like Knight of Cups, like I'm so in love. It's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's very logical,
right,
and communicative, and
that can add to the love bond too. You know, seeing it objectively.
Interesting to have a little bit of that water element peppered in with that air, so it's just really communicating and expressing maybe how he feels, or there's just some kind of mind-heart connection that's like a lot more aware. If this isn't a physical person, this can be talking about you coming into this like awareness that
the highest mental level.
Yeah, that you really can be focusing on mantras or invocations or calling on certain energies or bringing those energies, or maybe it's on your mind. So there's something going on here. Let me know, Jackie.
I love how ethereal called us Hermes and Hades. I like that.
Ooh.
Right.
That's such a good, because that's, yeah, you have Mercury on your ascendant, and I am Pluto, so.
And we're both Venus ruled.
We are. That's why we're so fucking damn cute together.
Cheers.
My hands smell like magical things. They have like oils and herbs all over my hands.
Right.
Jackie, it's so good. You have to let me know what happens, because something here is shifting. I personally think it's a person, especially if you're a woman, you're pulling a king. We want that king.
Right.
It's Big Daddy.
The more like know, the King of Swords doesn't know it all, or the King of Swords doesn't think he knows it all. He actually knows it all.
And he's a smooth talker with that Ace of Cups.
Right.
He could be like, he could have a little bit of like Gemini, Taurus in him too with the Hierophant coming up. There could be something around there.
That's beautiful.
Jamika,
let's go. All right, we're gonna make this count. So what we got for ya? Boom. We got the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is the burden of success. So I really like this card. This is Saturn and Sagittarius. I don't know if you have Saturn and Sagittarius in your chart, but this is a card you'll get after you start a new business. Let's say you're doing like exotic hair and you basically create this on Amazon and bam, 1,000 people booked you. And now you're swamped because you're successful, but it's only you. You don't have any employees. So you have all this burden. It's not bad though. You're super rich now because you sold out and you've made more money than you expected. But this is the consequence of success where you can't procrastinate. You can't let those orders go not attended. It's just a little extra burden that comes with stepping more into success. So this is also applicable if you have a lot of responsibility on your plate. You want to make sure you don't allow people to put their responsibility on your plate. But as you know, challenging as this card seems, this is actually a very positive card. And I get the sense that you're at the completion of a cycle of work that's going to really release and open up for more. Kind of like after you finish those 1,000 orders, now you have so much more money that you can hire employees. You can make this a lot more simpler for you. So don't drop the ball. It is worth it to get through this challenge, and it's gonna make you such a stronger person.
I love that. I have to ask also, because there are some tarot readers that will have like very specific cards for specific like degrees or, you know, like whatever. You still have wizard hair on you. It's gonna drive me crazy. Sorry. Did you get Saturn and Sag because it's a 10 and it's the wands? Is that the connection that you made because it's like 10th house fire energy?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Colby, we are still doing Super Chat and or PayPal. And no, actually, so in my learning, we have both available. In my learning the Tower, I learned that there's actually connotations with the cards and the energy. So like 8, 9, and 10 are Sagittarius. 1, 2, and 3 are Aries, and then 4, 5, and 6 are Leo. And I just kind of got to memorize what planets correlate with what. So this apparently is, in some interpretations, Saturn and Sagittarius, and then 8 of Wands is like
because that's the
Mercury
most evolved. Fire? So. Is that why you say that?
That's a really good question because now that I think, now that I think about it, like the 10s are always mutable signs, and then the 1s and 2s and 3, or the 2, 3s, and 4s are cardinal signs. I noticed.
Very interesting.
2 of Cups is Venus in Cancer. 2 of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. 2 of Wands is Mars in Aries, and then 2 of
What's
Swords
Venus in Capricorn?
Really?
What is Venus in Capricorn?
Well, see, I'm glad you said that because there's different interpretations I've noticed, but I see the cardinal sign still sticks. I'm not.
But does it have to be would that be 10 of Pentacles? Venus in Capricorn?
10 of Pentacles, I've learned, was Mercury in Virgo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to pick your brain about that because that's really interesting. I didn't know that.
There's certain, it's like a system of tarot that some people follow, but I personally don't think it's limited to that. I think like the 10 of Wands could be any fire sign. But from what I learned, I noticed like the end numbers are more mutable, and it goes from cardinal, fixed, mutable, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a really good question though. Like, what makes it that? I feel like it was just a group of people who decided we think this is what it means.
I've heard some people who have some different perspectives, especially if you read playing cards, just plain playing cards, and then how playing cards relate to tarot. It can actually be a little different than how the tarot is actually read. Everybody is different, but I'm always curious
Ten of Swords
about.
Is Sun in Gemini, I learned, but
really.
Yeah.
So what's Sun in Scorpio? Is it death?
Sun, that's a good question. So death is Scorpio, but Sun in Scorpio is the 6 of Cups. In a sense,
that's appropriate. Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't go that far.
Right. I did this one post where it's like, Goku was all like, "You're innocent. You look innocent, but you're deadly." And I'm like, "Name the zodiac sign." And so a lot of people were saying Scorpio, and this one woman is like, "Are y'all crazy? How do y'all think Scorpio is innocent?" And I was like, "Thank you." And I was like, "Wait, 6 of Cups, innocence, purity. Okay, Scorpio is purity."
But also, it can break it down even further. Like, there will be a card that will represent like every 7 days or something. Especially if you have that you know, like the birthday book. If you open that up, if you go through there, it'll give you your card.
Right?
Yeah, it'll give you your card.
It's an OG book right there.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Super chat and PayPal. Thank you. Whatever works. Michelle, I'm really sorry to hear that. Sending you lots of good vibes. Hi, always dreaming. Nice to see you.
Damn. Rest in peace to your niece. And thanks for sharing that with us too, because you didn't have to do that, and so we really appreciate you, trusting us to know that.
We always like to be able to. I don't know. I think that's what's kind of fun about what we've been doing. Like, you can see a lot of like really stuffy, pre-recorded. Nothing that there's anything wrong with that, but astrology stuff. But I think that what's kind of cool is like, and why we created this platform is to be able to actually really engage with our audience and feel like it's a place where kind of those who are like the little, I don't know, the weirdos can hang out. You can hang out with us. Maybe you live in like some small town in Ohio and you don't have people to talk about tarot and astrology. Like, it's kind of weird how the internet is right now, because you can see so much of like each other's like lives, especially, or lives, when you put it out there. But I've also just received like so many awesome emails and messages from people who have been like, "Hey, you guys helped me get through a breakup," or, "You like my mood," or "I enjoy Mondays at work more." And it's cool to like hear that feedback from you guys and be able to really kind of get to know everybody and engage with you. It's been really fun.
I'm a big believer that the souls will wander after they pass until the full moon. And then the full moon is like a portal for them to go to the afterlife. And given that she passed 48 hours ago, the next full moon is going to be in Aquarius. So like that's her specific full moon to really like. And usually like pass on. The spirit or like the soul will be really active before the soul really goes through the bardo. I went through death midwifery training for a while. Her son's on Pluto, so she actually understands death, sex, rebirth. Like, she's legit. I don't know, after like being around a lot of like people who've passed and dead bodies, like they're still very much around. Like the auric body is very sensitive to light and sound, which is why you don't want to like move it too much or like mess with them. And there's usually like a 3 to 7 day window really before the soul really crosses. So if somebody has recently passed, something that you can do to really help them is something called a rising candle spell. Just go to like a Botanica or go to the grocery store or get one of those white glass encased candles. Start burning it on the ground, actually. So just put it on something fire safe and light it. The next day, put it on top of a book. The next day, put it on top of like a low shelf. The next day, put it on a table. Then put it on a counter. Each day, rising the candle up, really helping the spirit transcend and like actually go peacefully, because sometimes they can kind of hang around for a little bit. So anything that you can do to help them with that transition can be really helpful. We both specialize in assisting the dying and crossing over too. Yeah, you're like. I have a very special relationship with death. It's actually super weird. Like throughout my whole life, like I've always either unconsciously known someone was gonna die before they die, or like as they're dying, for some weird reason, I'm like within 10 miles within them. It happened with Prince. It happened with Nipsey Hussle after an ayahuasca ceremony. It happened with the Vegas shootings. I legitimately somehow knew it was gonna happen there without knowing I knew. I was listening to a Big Sean song, and it was, I got the moves. She made the back move. And then there was a lyric he said when he was like, hit your ass from like ways away. And as I was literally singing that lyric, I was driving around the Mandalay Bay after I picked up some weed to go back home to the 215. And I didn't realize at the moment that I was literally singing a lyric of something that would happen hours later. Wow. And like at that event, there was a woman who was telling people, something's gonna happen. I don't know why I'm feeling this, but you have to go. So it's like several different people got like
vibes.
Right. So
Some people are tapped in, man. Some people know that stuff. I always get so weird. Like, sometimes I don't know, just that's how, like, my whole awakening process started. I started predicting deaths in my family.
Wow.
Through dreams. So I would have a dream that they were going to die. And, like, notoriously, I have a dream, and usually somebody dies within about a month. So it's not,
If you go to my
happened a while now.
Facebook, if you go to my Facebook page, the day before Prince died, I posted a meme of Prince, like, wait for it. And then he died the next day. And people were like, what the fuck? So, and then I remember just kind of contemplating, like, oh, you have a special, it's like spirit stopped me. And it's like, you have a special relationship with death that you're not acknowledging. And I need you to understand it. And immediately after that conversation, I get a notification, John Witherspoon dies at 77.
Oh, man.
Right. So I'm like.
It's always in threes, too.
Yes.
Hey, Starry, Ari, nice to see you. Thank
Shout
you
out
very
to
much.
Starry, Ari. Oh, she's had a reading with Candace too. She really loved your reading.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And Ari's read me before, and she's legit. So Ari isn't really like, she doesn't really give compliments to just anybody. I'll say that. She really loved
Well,
your
thank you. I'm glad I got a chance to read for you. I've had some really good ones in the last month or so. I feel like just everything that's been coming out of my readings has been really good. There's been some really heavy stuff going on, obviously, with the Saturn, Uranus, Venus, Mars squares. There's been a lot of drama, but yeah, definitely out there trying to make the world a better place this month.
And ethereal synchronicity, it trips me out to this day because it's not much people I can talk to that will really even understand what I'm saying because it sounds like a reach. But like all of these have added up. Like 9/11, the day of 9/11, I was gonna fly to Nigeria. And like I couldn't anymore because like 9/11 happened, so I had to fly out the next day. It's some weird shit, and I think I have Neptune and Uranus in the 8th house, so I think it is tied to the 8th.
Man, I got that transit going on right now, and it's like I know, like I feel it, or it comes in a dream because it's been trining my Neptune. So I've been having a lot of like really wild dreams.
Even someone I know's grandma, like he took a picture of her, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's her time. She died the next day.
Saturn, Pluto on your moon, huh? Especially Pluto on your moon. I had a
Ever
Pluto.
since Pluto's been transiting my moon, it's
I
been
had
stronger.
a Pluto
Yeah.
square the moon. Definitely did not produce that, but Uranus on my moon made me really like wackadoo when I had that. Was back in Aries when I was working with Lotta.
Ooh.
It was because it was Lotta. That was the whole transit. It was my 7th house moon.
Real. That's wild. Right.
Hi, Anita. Sam, you can, if you want to, either subscribe for our monthlies or you can purchase a 1 or 3 card offer if you would like. Angular Pluto placements and 8th house stuff. I think they call us really. Honestly, oh my gosh, that's what's going on in my life right now. So many dead people hanging around. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fascinating thing, like the whole process of like death. Like it's weird because I can deal with it with other people. Like I can talk to people who just lost a parent and like, hold space in that way and like be there while they grieve and help them through it. But if it's like me, like I don't cope well with death stuff.
I feel you, yeah.
I don't.
One I remember I did an ayahuasca ceremony, shout out to David Palma, and was with Maru, if you know Sun Soul Astrology, and Spiritual Bodybuilder. And we were driving back from California. And I remember we drove past, like, not Crenshaw, but where the marathon shop is, Nipsey's shop. And I was like, Nipsey has a shop down there. And so we later get back to Vegas, and then I realized he got shot and killed. And that's when I realized when he got killed was when we were right around that place.
Oh, man.
So, like, physically right.
I was
so
in
just
LA
like,
when that happened.
Wild. And like it just makes me realize like there's what's happening physically, but nothing happens randomly. So
no, not at all. Not with some of these crazy, especially the Saturn Uranus squares. It's like I heard so much crazy stuff about just people who suddenly died around 4th of July.
Wow.
It was like a number of like clients had friends that died in like weird, mysterious ways. I heard like there was some hockey player that passed, unfortunately, who died because of like a firework situation. What? He got hit in the chest with fireworks. Like some of these squares, especially if y'all have like Saturn or Uranus in Aquarius or Saturn,
especially
Uranus, and Aquarius. Yeah, or some of the Pluto squares too are pretty gnarly, those of you guys who have Pluto in Scorpio.
Kayla, we definitely got you. You're definitely, we're going to hit the level 3s right now. So we're definitely going to get you.
Okay, so cool. So we'll move on to that. Kayla, thank you very much. Do you have a question? I will give you your reading.
And I'll do Kelsey right after.
Cool. Let me know your questions, Kayla, and I will pull 3 cards for you.
Usavide said, what about Jupiter in your 8th? That'll definitely also, that's more with intimacy and dealing with others, but it'll give you some insight indirectly or directly.
Or like metaphorical deaths, not always like literal. Yeah, it'll be transformation through occult studies, sexual connections, sharing of resources. Depends on the sign.
Damn, Colby, sorry for your loss. I feel like Pisces has a weird relationship with death too, even though it's not. He has Scorpio moon and Cap rising, but Pisces also has like a special understanding.
The water signs just seem to get it a little bit better.
Yeah, very true. And I'm progressed Cancer sun, so that's a lot more why too.
Kyla says, you guys told me it would be good to go on a trip near the water. I leave Friday. I think the trip is going to be great for me. Tell me what I can expect. Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going, Kayla? You want to take us with you?
Right.
So what do we need to know about this trip for her? Ooh, I want this one. Oh, 10 of Cups. 2 of Swords. 5 of Wands. Here's what I would say. When I see these cards, it's a bit of like a grab bag here. 10 of Cups, obviously,
thank you,
like
Starry.
Happy where you're going, excited to be there, excited to be with the people that you're going to be around. This is also about you being able to celebrate something. Something about like the 10 of Cups and the 5 of Wands getting mixed together. One thing I would say is like, just be mindful that there can be too many cooks in the kitchen. There could be too much family, too many things going on, too many people who want to see you, you feeling bombarded, having to see everybody at once. And the 2 of Swords is like, how many people do I want to tell that I'm going to be there? Or how many people do I want to let know that I'm going to this place? What's coming for me? I have a lake cabin there. I would just say be careful. Oh, going back to your roots. Okay, cool. So, you know, if you let a bunch of people know that you're there might just be like conflict going on with like, well, do I tell this person? Do I tell that person? Do I let them know I want to see them? Like there can be too many people coming all at one time that either try to kind of show up at your place or want to see you. So it can be kind of challenging of whether or not you want to let certain family members know you're going to be there or certain friends. I would just say like, do not overfill your space or your time. So if you're like, hey, I'm going up to this cabin because I want peace and I don't want to have too much craziness, I want to see a friend or two, then let that friend or two know and that's it. Or let them know, hey, we're kind of keeping it down low because there can be too many people around. There can also be this feeling that if you don't invite certain family members or certain people there, there may be conflict because they're like, well, why didn't you tell me? So there can also be this feeling of like, well, I can't invite this person without that person and I can't tell this person because they're going to tell that person. Like, try, if you want peace and if that's what you want as calmness, not to get too many people involved in either knowing that you're there or physically being there. Otherwise, I think it'll be fine. I don't really see any issues. To me, it seems like it'll be good, but especially when you get a lot of cups hanging out with a lot of people, there can definitely be like people who are drinking and kind of getting in their feelings. So be mindful of that as well.
Beautiful. So for those of you who aren't here, we'll reach out to you just to let you know that we recorded your reading, all right? And please let us know the feedback for that reading. Let us know how accurate it is, how much it speaks to you. Kelsey J.
Kayla says, do or not drink Boone's Farm? I mean, I'm fine with it. Just don't go ham. Don't go ham, hangman.
Uh-oh. It's the hangover.
Enjoy your trip. Definitely a hangover, the hangman.
Right. Thank you, Kirsten. Okay, so next we have Kelsey J. Kelsey, we got the Empress as an underlying theme. And this is coming with the Queen of Swords, the Strength card, and the Two of Swords. I don't know if I told you, Candace, but the last time I did Kelsey's reading, we got the Strength card for her.
Yeah.
And she was getting a tattoo of the lion, and she's like, they're gonna pull the Strength card from your watch.
What?
So she already knew we were gonna pull that. So I love that we're getting it again for you. These were upside down, and this just means that you're in the process of unlocking this energy. So we have the Queen of Swords, which is you as a fire sign stepping more into the intellect of your power. You're focusing more on your individual independent projects. We know you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business, and you know, the Strength card is telling you to lead forward with your passions, whereas you're stepping into the Empress. You're stepping into your womanhood, you're stepping into adulthood, you're stepping into the abundance that comes from really tapping into your inner goddess. And the Two of Swords is at one level saying to exercise wisdom. Don't be so quick. I feel like you're gonna be indecisive about whether to share your success or not. And you actually want to just, you know, keep mum. Don't tell who doesn't need to know, because you don't need people Dave Chappelling you or you know, the lost episodes like, oh, okay, you got all this money, or you know, expecting stuff from you. But also you wanna apply intellect over emotion, because we have the passion with the Strength, we have the intellect with the Queen of Swords. You're going to be on your business. The Queen of Swords is saying that you want to present yourself so much more professionally, and that's what you're in the process of. Upside down means that you're stepping out of the Aries method of just kind of stepping in, and you're tapping into your opposite sign to really more professionally expressing yourself while maintaining the passion, but balancing both. And this is really just more talking about you, Kelsey. So it's amazing.
Some like really powerful ladies there.
Yeah, it's a very powerful feminine archetype.
Yeah, especially like with all these planets going through Leo, because we've got Venus in Leo right now.
Right.
So it's like really like something about that transit might be really doing something for you. Starry Ari, thank you for your donation, your abundance. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you, and then we will nab.
Kirsten?
We have it. Kirsten, yep. I'll let you have her. I'll do Starry. So what does Starry need to be aware of? It's so weird because I kept seeing an orb. I don't always do that, but it's, and then I get the Two of Wands.
Nice.
I kept seeing an orb. Like you were holding something. Maybe I mean, do you work with crystals? Do you do that stuff? Do you have like a crystal ball or something that you're going to start gazing? Do you work with crystal orbs? Are you doing some kind of work with like your solar plex or like that area? Does that make sense? Were working on that? Something about the orb makes me feel like it's something that you're actually working with in terms of like the chakra.
She's literally made a video about showing us the orbs and spirit guides that are around her, and fairies.
Okay, so
right.
Yeah, so I kept seeing
dope.
like you being like, here's the orb, this is what I do with the orb, this is how the orb works.
An orb will literally fly by and like, see, did you see that? Like they're literally in my video. That's amazing.
So something about that, there's something going on there. Like, keep doing more of that work. That seems to be unusual, or something that's like your thing. Like you've got a direct channel to be talking about that kind of work.
It's stuff I'd be more skeptical about, but like one session with Ari, it's like, okay, no, this is legit. Holy shit, that's crazy. There's no way you could have known about that, Ari. How did you like, what the hell? This is crazy. Damn.
I don't even know. Maybe I should get a reading from you. I need a reading.
Oh, she lit.
Okay, so
the first time I met her and Jax, they did an exorcism on me, and then she just like,
she beat you with some herbs or what?
She detailed my starseed origin, and like the stuff she's saying is verbatim on my chart, and she's never seen my chart. So it's like, wow.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, she's legit.
So then you've got, the Two of Wands, which is like where you're going, what you're doing with this, how you're using it. It might be talking to people about how you actually work with that energy. Nine of Cups is like getting what you want, setting intention. So it's really putting things in action. Like there's a lot of intention setting going on right now. There's a lot of like, yes, I receive. Yes, I'm open. I get everything that I need. The universe provides. Like there's a lot of you being in that constant state of gratitude and openness. And it's about talking about these open channels and how to move those channels so you can receive that. Nine of Cups can also just be like this kind of full circle moment where like you're getting a lot of yeses or something went through. You're getting a lot of green lights especially with the Knight of Swords. So there's some kind of like good news coming, good news that's probably going to set you further on your path. It might be you going somewhere, going on a trip, you launching a business, launching a project. Like there's something here that's happening that's going to be very successful. Obviously 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months, it's like increments of 2. So look for that. People need proof of spirits.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, that's what I really appreciate about Ari, because a lot of what her style of reading is more like intuitive and channeling. So it really challenged the logical, like linear part of me.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, I know she's legit, but if anyone else said this, I would think that they're full of shit.
And those are some of the best readings.
Oh, yeah.
Like clairvoyant, intuitive, like I'm going to say this, anybody can read tarot cards, literally. If you try hard enough, you study the cards, you read and you memorize the meanings, maybe you memorize all kinds of stuff with astrology, but what really enhances and what makes a good reader a great reader or an accurate reader or a phenomenal reader is intuition. And that's a whole other thing that it's like a muscle that you have to train. So that's why sometimes I'll be like reading the chart or I'll be reading cards and then I just like have like a That's So Raven moment where I'm like, and I start seeing things and I'm like, hold on a second, I got to talk about this. Right. And I kept seeing like
Shout
for
out
her,
to That's So Raven.
the orbs before we even pulled that card. So that's when you really kind of, you start syncing up with the cards, you know, where you're like, yeah, I'm going to see that death card. And then it's just like,
and then
bam.
it comes through.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. Shout out to Colby. I'll hit Kirsten and then you can get to Colby.
Okay, so you have Kirsten? Okay.
So we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords reversed, but also I'm going to count it as upright too. So this is actually talking about you are literally on the verge of evolution. Kirsten, I want you to imagine that you won the lottery. And like before you won the lottery, you had like 6 issues you were dealing with. And it's like, oh my gosh, I have to take care of this, I have to take care of this, I have to take care of this. You weren't even intending to win the lottery. You won the lottery. And now everything you were worried about, gone. Because you have this change of fortune that it was unexpected. The Three of Swords is talking about the only thing blocking this are past attachments that you have successfully released. I would say if it was upright, you have to release it. But the Three of Swords is saying if you are blocked, if there's anything in your life that you might not even think is a big deal that you still have attachments to, or you still are holding on to, or you're still processing, as soon as that's released, this tidal wave of evolution is going to come through. This is tied to Jupiter and Pisces. So before Cancer season is over, this is going to activate for you if it's not already happening for you. Because in a sense, it already is. It's already cashed in. You already won. This is just blocking it from coming through because it's almost as if something you have to release so that you can access this incumbent money, or what's the word? And we got the Four of Wands, so it's the celebration. I want to harp again with the Wheel of Fortune. It's not something that you're expecting. It's not something that no one expects to wake up and win like $3 million. You know what I mean? It's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that it's a risk. It's a chance you take. And so I'm glad you said it's accurate. If you don't let go of the Three of Swords, maybe an attachment to I'm not good enough, you're not going to take that risk to talk to someone you like that will bring this change. So once you let go of that, it's going to open up the chance you'll take, and boom.
It can also be talking about like heart healing.
True that.
Has already, like, you've already moved through that, and like, unless you're willing to get your heart broken again, you're not ready for love.
True that.
Or that if you are experiencing pain or heartbreak, it's temporary. It's not going to last very long. It's just kind of like a momentary thing that's getting ready to pass, but it's encouraging you to like put yourself back out there. With that Three of Swords reversed and the Four of Wands is like really putting yourself out there, and that's when you know. That's when you know. So you got that. I saw Kobe sent a question. Kobe's bored. We're here to entertain you. Let's see what Spirit has to say for Kobe.
Sweet.
I don't know this one. Oh, my boy.
He always gets romance. That's crazy.
Why?
He never wants romance, but he always gets romance.
My boy. That's Venus in Cancer, right?
Listen to J. Cole. Listen to Wale featuring J. Cole, My Boy. You'll like that song. And Venus is in Cancer, yeah.
I mean, so what's the deal here? Because every time we talk about you getting someone pregnant, every time we talk about ladies, you're like, I'm melting.
It's like, I don't want a romance card.
Well, I mean, it's a romance card, but that can also be like sharing, like somebody who wants to come together with you, or like an offer.
Or like a best friend.
It doesn't always have to be romantic. It can just be somebody who wants to connect with you and like kind of get you out there in a way. I feel also, because this is like super strong with Mercury, it can be talking about like certain Mercury aspects that are going to be playing out over the next, I don't know.
Dude, I literally
weeks.
just pulled the soulmate card.
Oh my God. You know what I would love to do? I would like to start like an astrology matchmaking service, because I know, like, I watch so many people get together who are just like fucking dumpster fires. Right? And I'm like, that ain't gonna work. And they're gonna be like, no, it's gonna work. I'm like, no, babe, it's not gonna work. I would love to like take some of my astrological friends and hook them up with other like metaphysical friends, and I'll be like, yeah, you guys probably aren't attracted to each other, but at least you're not gonna like fuck each other over, right? Or maybe you will be attracted to each other. I don't know.
Arranged marriage, and that's how marriage used to start. And it wasn't always about like, oh, who can I find that I like? It's like, how can I be the best partner to my partner? I
would be such a good matchmaker. I've actually done it like a handful of times for clients. I've had like clients that I've set up with friends, and which is kind of like iffy, but if I know that it's a good match, I have a pretty good track record. Not so much for myself though, but
the universe hooked you up. The universe hooked you up, so you straight.
But yeah, I don't know. Let me know, Kobe. We need to set you up. We can set you up.
Word.
Thank you, Starry.
So next we have Ari pulled a card for anyone who needs it. So I'm gonna do a general one for everyone. Or if anything, I can do the pick a card sex reading. I'll do that at the end. Okay. All right. So this is a general card for anyone who needs it. Boom.
Aqua Venus square my Scorpio moon. It's complicated. It's not complicated. You just need somebody who's just gonna like do butt stuff with you, and you'll be fine. God. How is that not Aquarius square Scorpio? That's definitely butt stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you have those squares?
Yeah. I have Scorpio, I have Uranus square Mars and Saturn square Mars, so it's another version of it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anal. I feel like I'm vanilla.
Maybe you want to get your butt touched. You never know until you try it.
I need someone to like break me in sexually in, and then I'll be a carnal. I remember reading how like the Scorpio makes Gemini into the carnal demon, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even realize they were the 8th housers. So it is what it is. So for the card, I got the 10 of Wands again. Taurus, right?
Why does everybody say it's always Taurus that likes butt stuff?
That's interesting.
I've heard that a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Uranus squaring
and Scorpio
something.
Placements. Yeah.
Yo ass is squaring something. So we got the 10 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This is working for a very demanding queen who cracks the whip, but she wants...
Kobe says foot stuff.
Honestly, to me, this seems like some of you need a manager. All right. I had a Queen of Pentacles manager who I won't say her name, but regardless of how we fell out, she made me a lot of money. Like we did the thing. But you know, some of you are gonna realize that you don't need to carry this burden, and the universe is gonna bless you with the Queen of Pentacles who can guide your steps and ease your burden and manage you very well. Plus, if she's a Capricorn rising, progressed Capricorn sun, or a natal Cap sun. And we got the Ace of Wands. So it's gonna happen now. It's gonna spark off very powerfully. You might be so busy with the wands in your face, you don't see this person in your face, but when they come through, open up. The next message I have is the Ace of Wands, 7 of Wands. You're gonna come up with a brand new passionate idea, stand up for it. It's gonna be weird to other people because it's new, so they're not used to it, but you have to stand up for it before it's accepted, and you're gonna come into victory for it. So
now everybody's going on about Taurus and butt stuff. I need to find a Taurus, apparently. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
I was reading some stuff today. Somebody was bashing. I almost did a live over it. Somebody was bashing Gemini men, which I've been better about. I've been better about my Gemini bashing.
Thank you.
And I wanted to get on a live and be like, yeah, but the real men that you should be bashing are the Virgo men. Those are the real villains.
I've heard that.
They are the real fucking
killers,
villains. Those are the real villains. Most of the mutable signs.
People will blame Gemini, but then when people really know what's up, they'll be like, it's actually
really
Virgo,
the real villains are Cancers and Virgos. That's the truth. You heard it here. Sorry, and I can say
from
those
experience.
things. Yeah.
From experience. And people's beef with Gemini is more superficial. It's not.
At
that
least
serious.
you guys own it.
Right.
Virgo men don't own that shit.
Gemini be like, we ain't shit. It is what it is.
Which is why women are like, at least he's honest about it.
Right,
you know?
right.
At least he's honest about it. Or they go, I'm going to change him. And I'm
right.
like, you don't know what version you're getting.
You'll change one of our personalities, but not the rest.
All these girls are like, yeah, they're the worst. They'll clean your house, but they're fucking trash.
Oh my God. Is it like they're
it's
like
bad.
closet narcissists actually because they believe that
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Is better for you. And I'm not hating on Virgo men because even though they're like that, Virgo men is still kind of better than dating other people. I wouldn't know. I don't date men, but still like it's just the
Virgo will
signature.
do the victim thing worse than Pisces.
Damn.
And I trash all the zodiac signs, so I don't want to hear any shit about this because I make fun of all the signs, but as much as like, I don't know, everybody's been trashing Gemini men.
I remember in college, I dated a Sagittarius woman with a Pisces moon, and like this was after like we made out at her birthday party, and so I took her out and I brought my own lunch to McDonald's. And then had her pay for her own meal. And I didn't realize until afterwards. It was the dumbest thing I ever did. Like, I should have paid for her meal. And in my head, it's like, okay, let's just go to lunch at McDonald's. But I didn't realize that.
Cat moon.
Well,
the cat moon took over, not the Venus and Taurus.
I don't have Libra. I don't have Scorpio. I don't have Leo. So I don't know, like, the social dating thing.
I have all of that. And I'm like fucking loud.
Right. So, and that's what made me, like, appreciate, like, the social axis. So it wasn't until, like, after I'm like, oh, dude, I did that so wrong. I tried to kiss her afterward, and she's like, no. And I'm like, whoa. Oh.
Should have sprung on that fucking cheeseburger, bro. Maybe she would have put out.
It's not like I didn't want to pay. It's just like I was so dumb. I didn't even realize I did anything crazy until after.
Oh, we're hurting people's feelings. We're just playing. It's all, I'm all cardinal and fixed. So I'm just going to say that about any cardinals, mutable sign.
Lucas, don't worry. Don't worry.
We'll find you a nice Pisces, Lucas. Don't worry,
Lucas, you straight.
We'll find you a nice Pisces. Watch the videos. We trash everybody one by one.
First of all, McDonald's. Yeah, like I didn't, and like the best part is like I didn't even realize I was committing every single dating faux pas because I'm just undateable. Like I had to learn through experience. But you see, that's the thing. I feel like mutable sign women give you experience, and it's like okay, I gained experience through that, and it is. I just
don't have any mutable in my chart. I don't understand. I'm all earth and water, so I'm like very like emotional, practical, and then my fire moon's like pop.
Yeah,
but there's no air in my chart, so maybe I don't communicate very well.
Right.
Maybe that's part of it.
That's what's up.
Are you guys liking this? There's like 30 people watching right
Starry,
now.
all right, you got you a high king. They pay for everything. That's what's up.
Get in here and give us some comments. Kobe, tell us about that Two of Cups. What's going on in your world? I want to hear about that. Just a roll call. You did Kelsey, right? Are you here?
I did Kelsey, my bad.
What are you looking at?
I had my tangent.
You're like a dog that's like seeing things in the air, but there's nothing there. Like, is this like a ghost moment? Are you fucking Whoopi Goldberg? Like,
I did the Gemini thing where I have a separate conversation for a moment. And I'm like, how to react? And then you snap me back like, oh shit, I'm in real life.
Welcome back to your body.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, what the fuck are these people smoking? What? Oh shit, I should not have done that. Oh well. Did I lose the chat? Okay, no, we're still here. We're still good. Checking in. So is Paula, Kayla, and Misha or Jessica Martinez here?
We
Just
did Kayla and we did Kelsey. You did Kayla, I did Kelsey.
Oh, okay. So Paula, Misha, and Jessica. If you guys are watching this and if you missed it, stay tuned because we are going to be back. We will be doing another live on Wednesday, the 28th of July. So you can catch us there in the PM hours.
Do you want to save those 3 for them?
Yeah, we'll save it for them. Just so maybe hopefully we can get them.
Cool.
I was liking it. Damn. Lucas, tell me about what's going on. I know Virgos are having lots of challenges with like work and relationship stuff. I'll throw you a bone. Let's be friends. Carrie had some crazy shit go down during the past 2 weeks. Need a draw. Hook us up. You guys can get on the super chat. You can also check out the link. You can see the PayPal. We have it pinned. You can get 1 reading.
Shout out to Carrie Trinidad.
Whether it's 1 or
Team
3
Gemini.
cards, or maybe you just want to subscribe because you want to help us buy beer and pizza. And other things.
Kobe is like, back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. I love it. That's what's up. Well, I'm going to do a quick pick a card sex reading like I do every week.
I love that.
Are
Kobe,
you going to be getting some or
Kobe,
not?
what is your sun, moon, and rising? I've probably asked you this a million
Shout
times.
out to Esco.
I'd love to know what that
Pisces
is.
sun, Scorpio moon, Cap rising.
Ooh, Cap Daddy.
He's the GOAT and as a pure legend. That's what's up.
Work has been rough. Lucas, what's going on? Let's talk about it. Need advice for a North Node opposition? All right, I'll throw you a bone. What's the opposition? Give me the signs and also the houses, please. So I assume you're talking about transit nodes, opposing nodes. Let me know. But a North Node opposition, so you're having your North Node transit your South Node transit your North Node, a reverse nodal return. Benjamin Rojas says, love from Chile. Thank you. No North Node opposition. So what are you talking about? Planets on your South Node, or are you talking about transits?
Don't let him in.
Sloth astrology is my favorite. There's some fire memes on there.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He's lit. That's what's up.
Let's see. The sun just did go into your 7th house along with Mars. Venus in Cap conjunct in your 7th too. Are you Aquarius rising? North Node in Sagittarius in the 12th house. So that's your natal North Node. So you're having it's called a reverse nodal return. So here's how it's going to go down. It happens every 18, 19 years.
You mean 10 years for the reverse?
Okay, yeah.
Or the nodal return every 18, 20 years.
Yeah, the nodal return. So in this situation, you want to take into consideration the signs and also the house, right? So if you natally have the North Node in Sagittarius in the 12th, you're here to work on the spiritual plane, work in spiritual places, sometimes temples, sometimes other countries, really integrate more of your privacy, your alone time. Look to where Jupiter is in your chart for more information on that. Your South Node in the 6th means you're not really so much here to be of service. There can be implications with your digestion or with your health. And in Gemini, there can be issues with lungs, breathing, communications, weird kind of job stuff like conflict with coworkers. So when you have your reverse nodal return, it's almost like the past and the future meet in the present, right? Because you have the North Node conjunct the South Node and vice versa. So you bring in all the yummy karma of your past life. So you're really able to super integrate all of your past life stuff with your South Node in Gemini now. Your health can get better, you can communicate better, you can juggle multiple jobs, maybe you can start to kind of integrate more communication or just movement in your daily routine. And then equally, as the South Node is transiting your North Node, there can be this like clearing of karma, especially in the 12th house. Lots of stuff that's going on for you in the astral or when you're sleeping. So actually, I think it's like a really cool time. Me personally, I've had that transit and it's kind of crazy because it was definitely a turning point in my life where I was weighing the past and the future. And I've also had it again where I've had the exact nodal return And sometimes people from that period of time in my life will come back, and it's my way of being like, whoa, okay, they're in this for the long haul, but this person will be in my life for a long time. Obviously, they keep coming in because there's some kind of karmic connection. So definitely look at where Jupiter is in your natal chart and where Mercury is in your natal chart, because that's going to expand a little bit more depending on the signs and the houses that those are in. Yes. Yeah. I would say it's probably been really crazy with the Mercury retrograde and the eclipses in Gemini in opposition to your South Node, because it was like a lot of like needing to clear things that really needed to be cleared, right? Between your 6th and your 12th house. That's a fun one. I guess we can do those questions too.
Let's do it.
Carrie sent us.
Thank you, Jackie.
Achieved a huge goal, but my co-partner was a
I think it's because the moon is in my 5th house of my inner child. So that was actually very insightful for mention.
Why is Mike looking so adorable tonight? I like your inner child keeps taking over and wanting to play. It's probably because Mike's been doing arts and crafts at my house and playing with glitter and magical things.
That actually is it. All right. So I'm going to draw 3 different piles. Are you going to get some this week? We will see what is up. All right. So we have pile number 1. We have pile number 2, and we have pile number 3. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to choose. You're
welcome. Hopefully that's helpful. If you've got a lot of Virgo in your chart, that's all like 8th house, 9th house. So that square to the nodes is really important. There is some spiritual lessons, traveling you need to go on, integration of beliefs, higher education. That's a big piece of the puzzle if you have all of that there.
Awesome. I love the North Node and Gemini generations, the truthers. They definitely here to expose the truth.
It's inner white girl.
It's my inner Becky. All right. Or Karen. All right. So, my base state is Becky, and then I evolve into Karen when I need to. But the first pile that we have, do you think you're getting some tonight or this week? We have the High Priestess.
Let it come to you. Let the dick come to you.
This is actually talking about you may already have an insight. You may have been already seeing synchronicities of the D. And
synchronicities of the D.
That sounds like a movie or
you can scream that on a t-shirt.
Right. This is actually very interesting because it's a low-key very sexual card. It could be borderline tantric. So the High Priestess is saying follow your intuition into some guts, okay? And this is definitely going to enable you to realistically... a lot of you are going to know what's going to happen before it happens. So, like, trust that.
Getting a BJ.
Or a BJ. This is the moon card. Or this is saying if you text
someone... Isn't she on the receiving end? Why is she giving a BJ? The High Priestess isn't giving a BJ.
Hey, you never know. And, like... If you actually, and I'm glad you mentioned it, this is all about receptivity. So it's you kind of, it coming in.
She better be on the receiving end of that deal.
Right, shit. And also, you never know, this could also be an element of some of taboo things. I almost forgot what I was going to say before, but it's a highly psychic card. I really am happy for those of y'all who picked pile 1 because it's going down. I don't think you might... I was going to say you won't see it coming, but you're going to know before it happens, and it's going to be highly intuitive. So the next card we have is the Page of Cups. I think we got this last week, pile 2. This is going to get a little emotional. So, that's what I was going to say. For pile 1, if you want to send someone a message at like 4:44... butt stuff.
Oh my god, this is like we have like all have like middle school humor. It's so funny. Did he say get in some guts?
The High Priestess.
The writing's on the wall. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
That's amazing. No, you want to follow your intuition into some guts. But here's the thing, like You can
that
text
gets people pregnant, Mike, spiritually. You can't be spiritually be getting people pregnant like that. It's irresponsible.
Now that we're talking about pregnancy, welcome to Pile 2. This is the birth of a new child.
You are the father.
You are the father. If you wanna help your chances, text someone at 144 or a master number, and then they'll think it's spiritual for the high priestess.
Just text her every day at 11:11 and like 444, and then just be like, oh, I just gotta send these to you, and she'll be like, well, the angels have spoken. Meant to happen.
And so for Pile 2, if you don't want to get pregnant,
don't drink and
I don't think there's anything you can do. But hey, someone might touch you. So
that's like the makeout card, right? We talked about that.
It's like the
making out. Like you might get some boob, but it's like over the shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's favoring. If you feel like, oh, should I tell her about my feelings or him about my feelings? Tell them. Okay.
But offer them a beer first.
Exactly. Get some liquid courage in. And
what is this podcast turned into? I love it.
And okay, so finally for Pile 3, we have once again Pile 3. You're not getting none. I'm sorry. Like, well, okay. Actually, I take this back. Pile 3, you could get some pity sex, or you could get rebound sex. So Pile 3.
But that's also crying over the fact that somebody ran off with your girl and not seeing like the okay chick at the end of the bar.
That's true.
Right? Like there's something there.
You're right.
Take it or leave it.
This doesn't have to be a no. This could actually be like maybe you have emo sex. And it's like,
What's emo sex?
Emo sex
is that like hair over your face, like fucking and listening to Dashboard
and crying, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm releasing my.
Is that what you think emo people do? I'm like genuinely like, as a black man, like, is that what emo people do? Because emo people just like actually scream Dashboard confessionals in their car when they're going through a breakup and crying.
Right.
If you're really emo, you know what I'm talking about. Right.
That's what's up. Right. I mean, that was a fascinating question. We should do a skit, what black people think about emos. But like, not emos, but like, yeah.
I like emus too.
Right, that's what's up. Honestly, we got the tennis.
That's just looking worse and worse if you're Pile 3. Sorry. I don't know what that has to be.
Maybe you're dying over having sex with someone and then they die.
Maybe you feel like you got stabbed in the back.
Maybe you have a cursed snatch and like you have sex with people. I can't have sex with you, it'll kill you. I don't care, but I warned you. I don't care. Are you
comparing like a pussy to Pandora's box?
Hey, you never know. Maybe it's someone who like got cursed and it's like
playing a Taking Back Sunday cover show next weekend. Kobe, you have my heart forever. Forever, ever. I fucking love Taking Back
Sunday. So there we go, Pile 3. Maybe you have to cry your way into some sex and be like, please.
It'll work for some people.
Yeah.
That'll work for some people.
Especially if you have Pisces. They can appeal to pity really well.
Really?
That's Pisces' superpower. All Pisces has to do is to get you to feel bad or guilt trip you, and you'll do anything they want. They're like the masters of that. I want to say playing victim, but like it's a Neptunian thing. Yeah.
Oh, Starry already shooting her shot.
Whoop.
Bringing people
pussy
together.
delivers karma.
It's hashtag voodoo pussy.
See, the person I want to have sex got the vax. I feel you, B. It be like that. And it's like, hey, if you don't want kids, go in that. It doesn't matter. But like.
What did you post something on your page that was like, you were talking about the fact that you're unvaccinated, so like you're more valuable.
The sperm count, the value of unvaccinated sperm is going up every day. See, we laughing now until you can't find anyone who's fertile, and then we gonna be laughing at you like y'all called us a conspiracy.
That's why Mike's trying to be the new king.
There we go. Pay up.
The new king.
It is what it is of the new world where unvaccinated.
As a black man myself, what are emos about? I'm emotionally intelligent, but I'm not emo. I think it's just more like glamorizing the fact that like you are emotional and you have like dark hair and like heavy makeup and tight pants.
Wear it on your sleeve.
Yeah, you're just like super emotional. It was like a weird period of time in like the early 2000s. Unfortunately, I grew up in that time.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Lucas, don't be shallow or toxic.
Or swallow toxic load.
Or just kidding, not trying to swallow that toxic load. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, shout out to the Libra breeders who get like everyone pregnant and have like multiple baby moms.
Oh, like
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Or Lil Wayne. Or NBA Youngboy.
Why
and then
is that
someone
a
was
Libra
like,
thing?
Well, no.
Cancer midheaven, right?
Well,
They're like trying to get everybody pregnant.
My friend was like, "Are you sure you're not just talking about black Libra men or like rappers?" And I'm like,
No.
Wait.
No. It's all Libra men.
It's a Libra man thing. All
It's
right,
a
cool,
Libra
cool,
man
cool.
thing in general. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. No, I think it's because their midheaven's Cancer.
And they're ruled by Venus, so like they have a lot of sex and they do it raw. And they're like, "Hey, if I get you pregnant, I get you
Oh my
pregnant."
God, why is that so true? Ugh.
Right.
Barf.
They're into polygamy too.
Just Libra men? Not Libra
No,
women.
not just Libra. No, I think Sagittarius men too. I feel like Libra men and Sagittarius men have sex with a lot of people, and actually the women too, but more so the men. Maybe.
I mean, I feel
And
like you give
yeah.
any man a chance to be like, hey, you want to have multiple wives? They'll be like, I'll give it a shot, even though it's not a good idea when you really think about it, because that's a whole lot of shit
job.
you gotta deal with.
It's a full-time job. Like even monogamy
like
is
you're
enough. Monogamy is enough work. Trust me. If I wanted to have another full-time job, I'll just get a job. Like I won't marry another woman. But hey, you never know.
I'm loving this like Mars and Venus conjunct in Leo right now. It's on my
it's
South
so
node,
dope.
so I just don't really give
Someone
a fuck.
sent me an unsolicited vagina pic and boob pic. I was like, this is Venus and Leo.
You were complaining that, okay, can I say?
I'm not going to complain.
No,
but,
he got a dick photo and he was not happy about
someone sent me a
it.
dick pic, yeah.
And then I was like, what the fuck? Nobody sends me anything. Please don't send me anything. I don't want to see it. I'm just saying he got it. But today I got a message. Today I got a message. And it was from some man in India who sent me a video of two cats licking each other. And I sent it to Mike and I was like, you get dick pics. I get strange men in foreign countries sending me videos of cats licking each other.
Vagine and Bobs.
How do you like just straight up send a vagina pic? Like, was there an intro?
Oh, okay. So
Mike has so much game, but he's just...
I don't use it. It's
he
weird.
doesn't use it.
I think I'm like afraid of my potential. Yeah. If anything, it's like personally, I didn't ask for it. That one was pleasant because I just woke up to it and it was like, oh, nice. Like I would actually do you in real life. So this is
he's gonna learn this is educational. Shit.
Oh, snap.
Oh man, I think it's so funny because like now when I do readings, because there's a lot of crossover, right? Like I have a lot of people that are like, I saw your podcast with Mike, and then there are people who like watch my channel and it's like this is the astrology, which is fine. I need that balance, but people will watch my channel and then they'll watch the podcast and they'll get on the phone and they'll be like, whoa, there's an edge to you. Right. And I'm like, oh, I'm edgy now. This is being edgy.
It's because I had posted on Instagram about a dick pic, about women getting dick pics, and I think someone saw that and for some reason decided to send
That's
me
hilarious. If you sent him a snapshot purely because you complained that you were getting dick pics, like, I think that's funny. That's an okay reason to send that in that situation.
But at least I know I made it now.
That's supposed to happen to me and it's awkward. Like, what are you going to do? Not all vaginas.
No, seriously, yeah. I'm not even a fan of unsolicited vagina pics because some of them look like spoiled salami, and it's just like, oh shit, I have to prepare my mind
Oh my
for
god!
it
Oh
first.
my
If
god!
I don't know, and it's just like, oh
my
shit.
god! Oh my god! I can't imagine that.
You didn't even like. You just kind of
stop giving the pussy away for free. You gotta let them have an imagination.
You need to tease me.
You just need to send them like a camel toe shot. Like just put on some bike shorts and just hype those things up and take a snapshot.
If you do
so he
that
can think
for
about
me,
it.
I will.
Really?
I love a camel toe shot 10 times more than the actual vagina shot, because then it's like, what does it look like under there? And then my imagination is working, and it's like, oh my gosh, that camel toe is so
I'm right.
fucking sexy.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if it was teenager like, I'd be like, no, I don't. I was immature. I didn't appreciate the tease. Now this is Saturn return, Capricorn daddy like yeah, make me work for it, baby. Make me work for it.
It's the same thing with like, you could see a topless chick, but if you can see a shirt and you see some like hard nipples.
I love that. So I would prefer
as I've gotten older, because it's like women are trained to be like,
midriff
wear a bra.
It's so much more sexier than the bare titty to me.
Our culture is always saying like wear bras, this and that, but like, I don't know, something about getting older and I'm like, oh, like there's a breeze today. Like I'm not wearing anything, and it's, I don't know, I'm into it.
Seeing like the nipple through the shirt is like 10 times more sexier than just seeing the nipple, I've learned. So like, I don't know, I feel like men are different, but.
I'm like watching the chat, people are like signing off. They're like, and I've had enough. Thank you for watching, it's been fun.
And if Candace's dad is watching.
Oh my God.
I would love to learn craps from you.
Yeah, so we went to the casino. If you guys follow our Instagrams, we went to the casino. We drank a lot of mojitos. Yes. I don't really remember a lot after pizza. I'm going to be honest with you.
Word.
Because we had pizza, we had a lot of mojitos. We gambled a little bit. I don't know. I'm in like my 5th house transits right now. Like I got Jupiter and Saturn there, and like a couple times I gone to the casino, and I made like $350 the other day on roulette.
That's awesome.
I know, and then I gave 100 of it back. Fuck, I got greedy.
Right.
But
it is.
You know, yeah, we've been doing that. So your donations can go to that too. If you guys want to donate, just tell us what color you want us to put it on, and we got you. We will start doing group field trips to the casino. Maybe that would be fun.
And I know it's like 10,000 minimum to shoot in there. Someone asked me to shoot in the casino, but you gotta pay to shoot in there. So.
Yeah, so we're gonna need a lot more sponsors for that. That would be fun though, to film in the casino. I mean. Or outside of the casino. I really just want a reason to get a money gun. I'm not gonna lie. Like I want you to shoot a rap video, and I want to be in it with a fur coat, and I want a money gun. That's what I want.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Can we do that?
Oh,
can I wear like a I don't know, like a, what are the Selena tops called? Like, it's not a bra, it's a bustier. I'll wear like something sparkly with like a lot of fur, and I'll just shoot money everywhere, and then you can rap.
That'd be be in a video. That'd be so
Support the channel. That's how we're gonna make this happen. Also, we really like beer, pizza, sushi.
Jackie, I hope that's not true. Well, thank you for joining us this live. And Paula, Mixa and Jessica, we'll make sure we get to you next week.
Yeah, you guys just check in with us. We'll be back on the 28th. We're going to do a live then. We're filming a couple things differently in the next week or two because we've got some changing schedules. But we'll be back on the 28th. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate all y'all. And stay tuned because we have a new video that's going to be dropping on Monday. If you guys subscribe to the channel, you can get early access and see that on Saturday. So check out our subscriptions. Check out the community page. We will see all of you guys very soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.
Peace.